Well, this is the Joe Budden versus the Wu Tang saga. As this situation got way out of control, as it all started from him going at it with Method Man, which was mistake number one. Never go after meth. Like, who disses Method Man? It's like you must be the most desperate human being for attention in the human race. You know, and people are like, oh, here you go talking about Joe Budden again. You damn right. You do not go after Method Man. First, you don't go after the Wu Tang Clan. So you was going to have problems with me from day one. Think I'm going to roll with a guy that went up against the Wu Tang Clan for no reason? I can see if they started with him. But no. He didn't even have a point. He used to do these little video logs, which I give Joe Budden credit for that. He was one of the first rappers to really be on the internet like he was. Like before now, you see how people are on the internet. You know, so I give him credit for that. He was one of the first rappers that was on the internet all day talking. And basically, he was on the internet doing all that talking because he ain't had nothing else going on. Other rappers was too busy making songs, you know, doing shows at places. And this is what really put him in a bad position. To where he was going to be completely blackballed for the rest of his rap career. For making this stupid mistake. So, on this web show, they had, I think, Vibe Magazine made an all-time greatest rapper list or something. You know how they do these stupid lists every now and then and just make the list dumb. And I agree. Black Thought to me is a better rapper than the Old Dirty Bastard, but to even compare those two is pretty wild because the Old Dirty Bastard is a true free-form rap artist, like freestyle mostly. All the stuff that was scripted or written down that they had to write, mostly the Jizza had to pen that or RZA or somebody else wrote it. But because his style is just freestyle, free fall, so he ends up saying the same words over and over again sometimes. So to prevent that, you got to have writers. So I understood that, and he was standing up for Black Thought. He wasn't even really putting himself in this category, except for when he saw Method Man name up there. And Method Man name shouldn't be up there. You know, Redman, yeah, okay. But Method Man, like, I'll take his head off. You know, it was so disrespectful in the way he was saying it that it caused a whole big mess that didn't need to be.
Absolutely. So you honestly think in your heart of hearts that you're better than Method Man?
Now, slow down. Because along the way from that video, you know, this has gotten, you know, it's turned into every different story in the world. First and foremost, I'm not stupid. I know exactly who Method Man is.
Right.
And I know who Redman is, and I know what these guys have done for hip hop. I'm totally aware of their iconic status. I'm aware of all the accolades. You know, I'm aware. Like, don't think that I'm some little rapping dude just coming up and like, oh, that's him. That's not what I'm saying. My point in that video was, today, in 2009, I cleaned Method Man up.
You really feel that way?
No, that's a fact.
No, that's how you feel, Joe.
It's not a fact.
I'm quite sure that there's people out there that will agree with you, and there's people out there that will disagree with you.
See, but that's the difference. I'm not looking for anybody to agree or disagree. I can prove what I'm saying.
Wow. Okay, well that's a huge undertaking, and you know, I respect you as a man for having that much confidence and belief in yourself, but I'm quite sure that Method Man will feel opposite of the way you feel.
I'm not talking about how anybody feels, though, Ed.
You're talking about put Method Man in front of you and it's on the pop.
I'm talking about what can happen. That's what I'm talking about. If Method Man come up to your show right this second And again, I don't want this to make it seem like I have a beef with him, because I don't.
Okay.
I don't. I'm a fan. At one point in my life, I tried to emulate him.
Okay.
I don't. I'm a fan. At one point in my life, I tried to emulate him.
Okay.
I don't. I'm a fan. At one point in my life, I tried to emulate him.
Okay.
I don't. I'm a fan. At one point in my life, I tried to emulate him.
Right.
So I don't want it to come across this way. But if he's at your show right this second and he spits 32 bars, your face is going to remain exactly the same. It's not going to change one time throughout that verse.
I disagree with that.
Joe.
I'm talking to Joe Budden on the phone. I disagree with that wholeheartedly. I think Method Man is one of the nicest dudes to ever touch a microphone. I really believe that.
And that's not taking anything from you.
Today, yeah, I still believe that today. I believe Method Man will give me an incredible 32 that will make my face contort into all sorts of shapes and frowns.
That's funny. I just finished listening to about 5 different Method Man verses. He was on A-list radio. I just finished listening to a bunch of them. They weren't good.
Okay, in your opinion, though, Joe B, let's not get too far into the you and Method Man back and forth thing. You said what you said, you feel how you feel, and I respect any man that stands behind what he says.
Hey, you know what though? Again, this is nothing, has nothing to do with me people with Redman, Method Man, I love him.
Right.
But what I'm saying, I can prove.
Okay.
And that's not just the Method Man. Any rapper on that list,
right,
or most of them, because some of them, I'd leave alone.
Right.
But for the majority of the rappers on that list, if they have a problem with something I said, get in the booth.
Well, that's the way to prove it, right? If y'all just joined us, we talking to Joe Budden on the phone. I had to reintroduce.
Because that's the school that I come from. You know, everybody has an opinion. Opinions are like a-holes.
That's
everybody
right.
Has one of those.
Everybody got one.
So,
You're absolutely right.
So when you looked at that list, who did you think was on that list that just shouldn't have been on the list at all?
No. It's not about who shouldn't have been on the list. It's just
your opinion.
They had ODB about 4 slots ahead of Black Thought from the Roots. That's blasphemous to me.
But that's based on that. You know what it is? It's all based on what people feel. Like at the time, like what do people? You know what I mean, Joe? Everybody got their own idea of what incredible hip hop is or incredible rap is to them. And that's what that's based on. That when you ran the list off, I saw people on there who I personally think shouldn't even have been on the list, period. If we talking about rap and lyrics. Are we talking lyrics, right, Joe?
I would like to think so.
Right, we're talking the best rapper alive should be based on nothing more than lyrics.
Not record sales, not
record sales, not none of that.
I would like to think so, yeah.
First of all, when I heard the bracket thing, come on, we already know them lists is garbage or whatever, right? Then all this Twitter stuff started coming back.
Right.
Then dude on the radio. So I'm like, yo, I gotta say something. This dude is bugging right now, you know what I mean?
Right.
And my thing is, it didn't have nothing to do with rap. He can say that all he want. He can put whatever spin he want to put on it. That was straight disrespect, period. He ain't got no respect for me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Out of all those people on the list, you know what I mean? You go for somebody in your pedigree, you want to go after a battle rapper if you a battle rapper. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. My whole take on the whole situation is, son need to up his dosage on his medication and come see me face to face, man. I don't want none of that back and forth over the internet crap, because I don't get down like that. You don't see me on the internet every day. I do my thing. I don't mess with nobody. I just sit back and I do meth. Your man, though, every day on that, yo, if y'all can't see it for what it is, man, y'all idiots, man. Real talk, man. Y'all gotta see it for what it is, man. This dude been trying to get his foot back in the door since Def Jam benched him. You know what I'm saying? Because the question was asked to this dude.
Right.
You know what I mean? What about Redman? I don't know. But with me is, I'll chop his head off. Is you kidding me? There's a certain way you put things, you know what I mean? Because you ain't gonna stand in a man's face and say certain stuff. But over a phone and all that, dudes talk greasy all day. But in a man's face, you ain't gonna say certain stuff like that. I would love for him to say and chop my head off face to face. I would love for him to say that. And I'm better than you. Be a man about it, Joe. You know where I'm at, man. Come see me. Don't call me and apologize. No, let's just leave it alone. No, we're gonna leave that alone.
So now the cat's out of the bag. You know, Joe Ego is out there. Meth is pissed as can be that this dude is is doing this. You know, Meth is not a battle rapper. You know, that's not his thing. He makes songs. So he's like, look, that's not even my avenue, but I guess he mad because he got shelved. But anyway, to make a long story short, this started out to be a situation where people from Staten Island was having problems with him now. So now his guys, his few Jersey guys and his Long Island little homies are now feeling the pressures of it, because the whole Wu Tang, and every time he do a little show, you got another Wu Tang member or somebody that's associated with Wu Tang was like, man, look, you better go squash this thing with Method Man because you're going to have a problem. Even in Jersey, you're going to have a problem with a couple of cats. So, again, Joe does what he does best. Like, I got to clean this up. You know, I got to go over here and get things cool with Method Man. But he wanted to let some time go by and do it quietly behind the scenes, and something that can keep his name out there, basically, while he trying to get a deal where he can have a chance to have a conversation with Method Man, or hope that he can get Method Man to say something in a song to where he can come out and respond. But Meth was too smart for that. He's like, I'm not finna do that. Plus, I'm better than you. Like he said, he's better than you. But he's true. Method Man's 10 times better than Joe Budden. I mean, you don't need me to tell you that, do you? So, when you got people that wasn't going to deal with dude no more, professionally, because of that instance alone, like his company that he was with, they like, dude, you basically cut our growings off and then telling us we ain't doing our job. Dude, you just stopped us from doing our job for you. So don't look at us like, oh, we was on some bull. No, we can't. There's nothing we could do for you. You didn't cut your own throat. You know, so it's like, how you want us? We work with everybody in the industry. And then when the bigger guys are paying attention to stopping us, what's going to stop? I mean, we going to spend more money to try to promote you to get out there to put an album out. They're going to shut you down completely. Nobody going to book you. And that's what would happen. Joe Budden would have like a show or a place he get booked at. It's either was in a place that he didn't feel comfortable that he could go to, or they would call him back and was like, yeah, they did fill the slot with the genius. The Jizza, yeah, the Jizza gonna do that show. So we can't book you on the same show as the Jizza. So, you know, it led to a bad situation. So I'll explain the other ones later, because this was a continuous effect, and I don't want to keep y'all attention going on and on and on and on about this. So we'll just leave this as part 1.
Yeah. How'd you feel about it, Red?
I laughed at it at first. I just laughed.
I'm laughing at it too.
I sit back and watch because I'm a Jersey dude, and he a Jersey dude too, Joe Budden. So he already know the business. I'm just sitting back watching because I know my man got this. If he need me to step in, I'm in. It's no problem. I'm already in it anyway, but my homie got this. And it's going to stay on a rap level too. It ain't going to get physical. Believe that.
Right.
Word is bomb. It's not going to get... My homie don't have nothing to worry about. That's what it